Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to go over the kit reveal for Lopobia Evelyn and also the information on the update maintenance for October 13. So those are the topic. We're going to start first with the promotional video that they released for Evelyn, and they mentioned here spin-off collab. They said the same thing for Princess because they're both from the spin-off for Rekmazino. But when they said that for Princess, they also released a cheaper banner than usual. So instead of the average 600 black market tickets to max out an SSR Plus, it was 400 instead. I don't know if that's gonna apply for Evelyn as well. It is possible. So in that case, it would be pretty cool. If it's the usual one, then it doesn't matter, but we'll see. So let's have a look at the video. There is not much that we can understand for a kid from this video, but still, let's watch it.
Well then, how is it?
The model is... I don't think we need to comment on that. She probably has even more physics than my model here, so I don't know. The design, insane. Really good.
Brace yourself.
Yeah, they're really tryharding a bit too much.
Your skills aren't bad. How about teaming up with me? Time to hunt. Well then, shall we head to the next floor?
I think that's all. Yeah, that's all for a promotional video. So there is not much. Nothing we can really tell about our kit from here, other than that they put a lot of effort into the model, I think. But that's okay. That's enough. So let's move on to the actual kit reveal. We're going to watch the video, and then we're going to read what they prepared for skills. So here we are.
I welcome competition with the weak, but I'll pass on
Yellow
compromise.
Tank Scout. So that is really interesting. Now, before we keep on watching the video, yellow. We all know we have a lot of yellow SSR Plus units. I don't know why she was released as a yellow unit. She could have been green easily, since she's a Lopobia unit. They just went full random, but not in a good direction. If they said, okay, there are no faction, colors, whatever, and we're just going to release them as we please, then why keep on releasing them yellow? It's really strange, but what can we do? It's fine. Yellow kind of needs an additional support so that we can run 5 yellow teams. At the moment, she's a tank. She has a lot of supporting capabilities, more like to boost the damage of the team, I would say, but it's looking cool. So might be an interesting addition. Obviously, red and green are suffering like crazy, but they don't give a shit, I would say. But okay. It is what it is, guys. I know a lot of people are disappointed. I don't know what to say anymore because every time to do shit like this, so I'm used to it now, and it is what it is. So the first active skill here is just a reverse blade grip. She's going to stun an enemy, and let me also go back a bit so that we can see the whole animation.
Alliance.
It's just a very simple swing of the sword and then stun. Here there is a dash, there is a barrier around her, and then we see also the provoke animation. So this skill is going to dash to an enemy, apply a sort of barrier effect to herself. We're going to read afterwards what it actually does. And then is going to provoke the enemy as well. Really, really good. Provoke means you can run Myongul, and Myongul means you can have an HP recovery block and energy recovery block. So both of those are pretty cool. Then we have the special move. Pretty huge AoE attack that also knocks enemies up. Not bad. Then we have the animation here. And that's it. Obviously, the special move is very, very similar to Reflejo's special move. It's an AoE attack that knocks enemies up. The area of this one seems to be a bit bigger, but yeah, we're going to comment after we read what the special move actually does. Let's start as usual from the passive. So we have that at the start of the battle, Evelyn summons a personal domain. decreasing the swiftness of enemies inside by a number and their attack by a percentage. Now, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. The swiftness decrease is decent, and also, well, attack decrease is more annoying when it is an enemy, but if we are decreasing the attack of the enemies, is not really doing much for us, but it's still okay. It's still nice. The swiftness decrease is the key part, I would say. Also, every time a special move or skill is used, the domain expands, stacking the swiftness and attack decrease effects. So that is pretty cool. We have a maximum number of stacks here, so there must be a maximum size to it. But if it gets to like half the size of the map, that would be pretty cool. We'll see exactly how big it is. Unfortunately, we have no, like, they never show the passive in the videos, so that's unfortunate. But it's looking good already. And on top of that, she's immune to defense decrease debuffs, and she becomes, again, immune to them and gets a defense increase instead, which would make her pretty annoying to deal with as an enemy. But for us, it's okay. I don't think she necessarily relies on defense to stay alive, so it's not too important for us. They just add to make her more annoying as an enemy. Then we have the first active skill, Auto Guard. This is super, super important. She's going to dash toward an enemy and then provoke them for a duration and activate Auto Guard for, again, another duration. While Auto Guard is active, damage taken is limited to a percentage of her max HP per hit, and she recovers HP equal to a percentage of her attack every second. This is really good. This means she's going to be one of the few units that have a damage taken cap. We have Reflejo, we have Meliodas, we have Sharon, we now will have Evelyn, and we have Urek, but Urek is so garbage in terms of the percentage that he has, way lower than the other three I mentioned. Hopefully she also has like a 2% or 1% max HP per hit cap. And the issue with her is that the others had it after the special move, which you can spam a lot more. She has it on an active skill. So you need units that can reduce her like cooldowns, or you need her to like satisfy the cooldown needs on her own. So maybe Revolution, maybe Exclusive Equipment, or maybe the duration is long enough that with just the max cooldown reduction subnode, it is good enough to have a 100% uptime. But that is your first goal. You want this to be up 100% of the time. I also have a feeling this is going to be the first skill that she uses as the battle starts. So she's basically gonna be unkillable. That's why the defense increase from the passive didn't seem as good to me. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's going to start with the dash, with the provoke, really good stuff, because then you can run Myeonggul. She's not gonna die because she has a damage taken cap. She can run Myeonggul, no problem. She can block the energy recovery of the enemies immediately, so they don't cast the special move, and also blocks their healing, so your team can get rid of them. I think if this actually happens again at the start of the battle and you can keep it up all the time, then she's gonna be really good. We also need to see how this scales, because it could also be that she's good at zero dupes already. She has a lot of zero dupe potential, I would say. So she might be a valuable unit at zero dupes. You don't even need to max her out unless they really give her crazy stuff in Revolution. But yeah, we'll see about that. For now, it's looking really good. And after she activates the Auto Guard, she's going to strike down with her sword, dealing damage to enemies and decrease their energy by a number. So you're going to provoke them, block their energy recovery, and on top of that, you're going to have their energy decreased. Really good. Then we have the other active skill. You're going to strike enemies and stunning them for a duration, stealing defense until the end of the battle. This is basically a defense decrease. And the steal limit, that is the increase she has on herself, is going to be based on her own defense. That is okay. At the end of the day, again, you don't really care how much defense she has, because she's still going to survive thanks to the active skill here. But it's nice to be able to decrease the defense of enemies. Really, really appreciated. Then we have the special move. She's going to become immune to status effect while using this skill, and then she's going to spin whatever her weapon to deal damage to enemies around her. And then the last strike is going to send enemies airborne for a duration, and she takes reduced damage while the special move is lasting. Not too important, especially if we can have 100% uptime on this. But if the percentage here is 5 or 10%, then you do need this and it's gonna suck. So we need to hope this is at most 2%. Maybe 3% is good if the healing is actually pretty consistent and pretty solid. We don't know. But yeah, this is either going to be extremely important, which means this unit is gonna suck, or totally irrelevant, which means this unit is gonna be pretty good. So we'll see what's actually gonna happen. I'm quite positive this unit is going to be really good. And the defense decrease can be super beneficial for a mono yellow team because other than our Goose Goose, we did not really have a lot. We also have Yugo. But if we want to go for 5 mono yellow teams, then we need a lot more. And that's the way they're trying to push for sure because they only release yellow units lately. So that's okay. We also just got XSR plus Eden, but yeah, we're getting another yellow unit. So that's fine. That's all I wanted to say about Evelyn. Again, until we know the exclusive equipment and the revolution, it's hard to tell how good a unit is, but this one looks pretty solid. So yeah, we'll see. Then we have the update maintenance. Let's have a look at what they prepared here, other than, okay, again, the unit that is being released. We also have the rerun of Ice Spear Kunagero. I think it was mentioned, yeah, a bit lower, but okay. So yeah, let's focus on what they actually added. So we have new floors, that's the usual. We have new Trial of Chaos and Trial of Origin floors. And now we have 3 teams. From 1600 onwards, it's 3 teams. And for yellow, no issues. Now that we also have Evelyn, we have no problems putting together 3 teams. Fine. For purple, we can also kind of get away with it. Shouldn't be too hard, so okay. We have blue. Blue is also fine. They have enough DPS units for that, and also support-wise, kind of okay. Then we have red and green. Both of those elements have EX units, and that doesn't matter because for red, the EX unit has been countered by Urek quite heavily, so it cannot really do much since they only spam Urek basically. So you cannot do shit with him. You can work around it, but it's extremely expensive. You can do 2 teams, kind of. The third one, definitely not. So it would be really fun to think about a way to make a third team for red. Currently, it's really difficult. For green, kind of the same thing. We have Arya and Princess, so 2 teams are kind of fine. But then the third one, it's going to be complicated. Charmray can win depending on the scenario, but is not consistent. So it's really tricky. It's really tricky. And yeah, what can we say? Is nothing. Like we will have to try our best, but probably we'll have to wait for more units to be released. I don't know why they decided to go this way. I would have preferred 6 teams in Adventure rather than 3 teams in the Element Trials. I don't know what they thought, but it's okay. Then we have the preset feature for Tressen's facility. This could be pretty massive, but I think it's going to be extremely expensive. So I'm going to cover that in a video. Also, some people asked to make another video going through the creation of a Tressen's facility. I think I will do that. So we'll enable the feature, then I will go through from scratch how to build the Tressen's facility. Then we have the change teammate randomly feature. So you can select a pool of units for your home screen and they will change randomly. Doesn't really matter. Revolution Room added to the war rankings. Okay. Then for events, we have Evelyn Festival, we have the spin-off Celebration Exchange Shop, the rerun of Ice Spear Kunagero, quiz event, okay, the trial mission, the top, boost missions, we have the Lucky Draw, Race, and Lucky Point Collection missions, Secret Floor, Rate Up, Sundance, and Sela. We also have the rework for Sundance and Sela. We're going to mention that in a second. Then we have the Workshop Melting Forge, okay, Revolution Room Season 7, Memorial Pocket Event and Race, Alliance Expedition Season 26. We have Boss Raid and Race for the weekend, Alliance Co-op mission event, again, okay. Giga Boss Battle Season 8, Tower Race Season 14, okay. All of the usual events, they are, I think they keep on increasing the amount of events we get every single update. It's okay, but fine, doesn't really matter. Then we have the summon banner. We have Lopobi Evelyn and Kunagero, okay, we already knew. Then we have the new secret recruitment kind of lineup. We have Erang, Heljo, Beta, Bam, and Zahar, like Yuri Zahard. So, I mean, this one, like regular Yuri, is probably the least important one out of the 5. We have Beta, which if you have no copies at all, you can get a single one from here. It's quite good. It is also okay to max out, especially for trials. Now that we need 3 teams, it's kind of mandatory at the moment. But I wouldn't stress too much about him. You can just get him 0 dupes and be done with it. If you're close to Rainbow 5, then definitely get him to Rainbow 5. Revolution Bomb is also a good one. So if you don't have him Rainbow 5 yet and is kind of close, you could go for him. Erang would be a unit that I might say you can prioritize. She's fairly good when maxed out because she can quickly group up enemies, but she doesn't need it. So I would say Heljo and Revolution Bomb are probably the most important ones. Then we have Beta, that if you are close to Rainbow 5, you can go for him. Otherwise, just use 1 PT on him and summon on somebody else. And that somebody else would be Erang, from my point of view. And if you only have Yuri Zahard left, you can skip that. She is useless. So, yeah. That's it. It's okay. I mean, you have more options than the previous ones. In the previous ones, you literally had one best pick and a second that was okay, and the other ones were kind of garbage. Now we have 4 units that you can kind of go for. So it's okay. It's not a bad rate up. Then we have a new costume for Princess of Zahard. Should not be the one that was shown to us during the newsletter for the month, because that one looks too much like Hugo. So this one must be a new one. And also that other costume is likely going to be released for Halloween, so not this update. Then we have new bundles. Okay, they always write that. For miscellaneous, we have Sundance and Sela revamps. For Sundance, I really hope they add some sort of survivability to it and that they make it a lot stronger than it is. Because at the moment, it obviously only works on units that deal damage with basic attacks, but only those that deal attack percent scaling DPS, like if they do, or defense percent. But if they do max HP percent based on the enemy max HP, that they don't really care about Sundance, even though they use basic attacks. And at the moment, there are not a lot of units that will run Sundance, so they need to buff it quite a lot, and they need to also add some survivability to it, because right now, I mean, there is no way you wouldn't run L instead. Sundance really feels lacking. They should improve on the defense ignore. If they're crazy enough, they could also add like HP recovery block for 2 seconds after an enemy is hit by a basic attack. That could be pretty massive, but I have no idea. I really want to see what they decided to do for that. And Sela is in a very, very bad spot because resistances suck, and I'm curious to see what they are going to plan for that. Maybe, and I'm saying maybe, they could add like a damage taken decrease, or actually like a cap to the damage you can take per hit. That would be probably too broken and not gonna happen, but I think a damage taken decrease could be good. Like, I don't know, adding a permanent 50% damage taken decrease, maybe. Not sure it would make it relevant, but it could work in some scenarios. But they need to cook something else. They need to give it some utility and a lot more survivability, because just resistances are not good enough. So, really curious for Sela. I think it's hard to make it worthwhile, but you never know. Let's see what they do with that set. We have Revolution Frame, not sure what they mean. Alliance Co-op mission change, okay. Tower climbing basics mission, some more additional missions. New surprise missions for new regulars. Again, I need to create a new account just to see what they mean by this and what they are going to add. No idea. We have some changes to the items you can exchange in the gem shop. Interesting. Looking forward to that. I have a lot of gems I don't know how to spend. So if they add some ships or I don't know some other things, I might buy those. We'll see. And the rest is just irrelevant. So overall, there is quite a lot of stuff they're doing here. The events don't feel that new. I mean, actually, they're the same, repeated. Uh, I'm looking forward to Evelyn. I mean, she's a nice character. Yellow tank was a weird choice. I was hoping for green support, but it is what it is. And yeah, let me know, guys, how you feel about this update in the comments, and I will see you in the next days and also during the live that I will do, obviously, on October 13. It is a Monday, but there is no problem. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys then. Bye.